Things have taken a serious turn after this episode of Yellowjackets, and in this video I'm going to recap all the events that happened in present day, as well as everything that happened out in the woods. After my recap, I'll share my theories on where I think things are probably headed as we move into the finale. As with all recap videos, there's going to be spoilers, so consider yourself warned. Let's get to it. Okay, in present day, we have Shauna informing the girls that Adam's body has been recovered, and Van is questioning why everyone cares so much and asks if the girls had something to do with it. She takes and throws Shauna's keys to keep everyone together, and Shauna then informs the group that she told Jeff about the Adam situation, which they don't take so well. The cops show up at the Sadekis and say that Shauna is now a suspect and perform a search. They sit Jeff down and show him pictures of Adam's dismembered body and offer Jeff and Callie an out, which Jeff turns down. Back at Lottie's, the girls are level setting on things, and Misty says that Ty hired Jessica Roberts to look into them all. The girls aren't happy, but Misty tells them not to worry because she took care of it like she always does. Shauna brings up that she knows the FBI is looking into Nat, but Misty tells them the FBI is actually her and her boyfriend Walter. Moments later, Misty connects the dots about Randy's interrogation, and the girls learn that Jeff was actually the blackmailer all along. Walter reads that Adam's body was found and sends an email to the police saying he has information regarding their investigation. We then see him delicately removing a purple jacket from his closet. This will be a big point in the theories section of my video, so stick around for that. Lottie tells the girls that their situation is not really anyone's fault and they need to give the it what it wants. She suggests they all take shots, and one of them has poison in it and it's gonna kill whoever drinks it, and that will be the sacrifice needed to fix everything going on in their lives. That's the main events that occurred in present day. Let's jump into what happened out in the woods. We kick off the episode with Lottie being treated for her wounds after the beating she took from Shauna. Ty shows Akila that her pet mouse has actually been dead the whole time, and Ty also appears to be struggling with her split personality again, presumably because Lottie's been out of commission and Ty hasn't been taking part in the wilderness rituals. Nat tells Ben that she saw Javi bowing to a symbol tree the other day, and Ben asks which tree it was. So Nat tells him it was one not far from the creek. Coach then goes through Javi's things and finds his drawing of the tree roots. Mari says the drip sound is back, and this time Ty hears it too. A few moments later, we're shown through Mari's eyes, blood dripping through the cracks of the walls, and she, understandably, freaks out about this. She screams, "They're dead! They're dead!" Then tells Ty their blood was dripping on the floor. Who's she talking about? Whose blood is dripping on the floor? I actually don't have a theory for that, so I'd like to just hear your thoughts. Who do you think she's talking about? Who's the they in all of her statements here? Next, we see Ben copying the map that Nat and Travis had been working on, then ventures out on his own to look for the tree Javi had been talking about. Lottie tells Misty not to waste her body in the event that she dies, which kickstarts some serious events that we've all been waiting for a couple seasons now. And man, when I say it kickstarted, things got heavy fast. After sharing with the group what Lottie said, they discuss their option. Ty speaks up and says they need to find another solution. So we see the Queen of Hearts being shuffled into the deck, and the kids take turns drawing cards until Nat is the unlucky one to draw the Queen. Shauna puts Jackie's necklace on Nat and almost kills her when Travis tackles her and tells Nat to run. Natalie heads out and is chased by a pack of her savage cabin mates. We cut to Ben, who has found the tree he was looking for, and there's a passageway in the bottom where he makes his way down and finds remnants of Javi's time there. Javi finds Nat running out in the woods and tells her he can take her to a place the others don't know about. On their way there, Javi falls into a frozen lake. Nat starts to save him when Misty tells her to stop because if he lives, she will die. The episode ends with Van declaring that the wilderness has chosen. All right, so let's jump into my theories. And I'm gonna start with my favorite one, the one that I'm most excited about after watching this episode. After Walter emails the police, we see him with this purple jacket. At first, I was really confused by this. I was like, whose jacket is this? Why is this important? Why is he caressing it? But after some more thought, it started to click. I think I know what this is about. I believe Walter is a critical member of Lottie's community and has been working with her all along. In fact, he's likely the one funding her community. In the teaser for the finale, we see Walter introducing himself to Jeff, and they appear to be in the kitchen of Lottie's community, and Walter is wearing all purple. So I believe Walter is much more important to this story than we realize. I think he's been pulling a lot of the strings that brought all the girls back together and is now going to be helping with the Adam situation. This is by far the thing I'm most excited about as we move into the finale, and I think Walter is going to be a massive component in the story this season. One theory that I read the other day that I really liked was that anyone who spilled blood in the woods would be spared and ultimately be rescued. Shauna spilled her blood giving childbirth. Travis spilled his, cutting his hand one time. Lottie also cut her hand, but Lottie also spilled a lot of blood getting beat nearly to death by Shauna. Nat cut her leg that time to convince Travis that Javi was dead, and Van was torn up by the wolves. All of these people we know make it out because we see them in present day. So has anyone else spilled blood up to this point, but we haven't seen them in present day? The one that comes to mind for me is Coach Ben, who clearly spilled blood by having his leg amputated after the crash. And so now that he's found this tree, I think he's probably going to stick it out there. And I do think he's ultimately going to be a survivor, and we're going to, at some point, see him in present day, if this theory is true. This does make me wonder about Misty, though, because I don't think we've seen her spill any blood, unless you count the fact that she killed Crystal, in which case she did spill blood, it just wasn't her blood. So I don't know if that counts or not. But I thought this was a very interesting theory, and I'm going to be keeping my eye out to see if this holds up over time. All right, that'll do it for my theories. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments, so be sure to let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.